Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look in the Soulforge and tell you what I think is worth crafting in there this week, what you should craft, and what you basically should avoid. I'm going to also take a look at this new weekly glory troop, the Duelist. But first things first, what's a foot long and slippery? A slipper! Yes. Right, this Duelist, first troop from vulpacea, and the first of these new choice systems. Deal a magic +3 damage to an enemy boosted by their attack, or deal the same amount of damage to an enemy boosted by their armor. So a very basic choice troop to start with. Basically just whoever you cast that on, if they've got higher attack than armor, you choose a first choice. If their armor is higher than their attack, then you choose the second choice to do more damage. Very basic indeed. Hopefully they'll get more imaginative than that, but it's the first troop. Immune to entangle, start battles with 25% mana, and 20% chance to dodge skull damage are the traits. As ever, take this all the way up to mythic level if you can. This is going to give you another troop once you've powered it up at level 20, which is going to help your power level kingdoms. Right, let's take a look in the Soulforge then. Let's take a look at the weapons first. First one up is Skulking Shot. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy, boosted by green allies and wargear allies. Uses green itself, so you can get the maximum boost from that. So, just straight damage, and that is it. Damage with a boost. It's okay, nothing fantastic, but it is the first weapon from vulpacea. It only costs 200 diamonds, so I would recommend crafting that. And there's nothing else. The only weapon there that's new. So, all these other ones are in previous Soulforge videos, so yeah. Might as well grab yourself a Skulking Shot. Let's take a look at these mythic troops then. Sparkinator is the first one up. Steals magic +1 armor from all enemies, creates 10 bomb gems, and explodes a random gem. So the initial part of that spell is actually quite decent. When you steal armor, you take it away from the enemy and you add it to your own. So it's kind of like a double effect. The trouble is with it, once it's done that initial armor steal, then basically it's not that great. Because you are relying on that random explode a random gem, then creating a chain reaction on the 10 bomb gems it creates. But where it is good is it can boost up the armor of itself really high. Then if you've got another troop on your team that does damage boosted by armor of your whole team, then it can significantly increase the damage of that troop. So not entirely useless, but it is very, very specific in the kind of team you need to run it in. And reduce damage from skulls by 25%, and same amount of damage reduction from spells is actually not too bad. Kalika! She's got 4 arms and she just wangs them around, just punching anyone that comes anywhere near her. Deals damage to 4 random enemies boosted by elemental stars. That is literally it. She can get a boost because she gets a 50% chance to create an elemental star at the start of her turn, and she does reduce damage from 25% by spells, but yeah, nothing too special unfortunately. Undine. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy and the next enemy below, boosted by merfolk and submerged allies. Submerge blue allies and silence blue enemies. So very good on Guild Wars Blue Day, for example. Like if you might be fighting the thing is, on Guild Wars Blue Day, the enemy often will know you're going to pick an all-blue team. So they're going to often do things like pick a Gobtruffle team or a Queen Beatrix team, which does damage to all, and they can repeat cast until you are dead, and it's a mighty pain. This is where this kind of troop is really, really useful. When he casts, you submerge blue allies, which would be your whole team on Guild Wars Blue Day, which means those troops like Queen Beatrix and Gobtruffle, they can't touch you. That AoE damage just does not touch submerged allies, and you'll be fully submerged, and they can cast as much as they want, repeat cast as much as they want, without doing any damage whatsoever. And they'll be silenced anyway at first, so even if they recover and you're still submerged, they can't touch you. So very good for that, but very specific on its use, but not entirely bad. Submerged itself at the start of every turn means he's constantly submerged while he's in the team, and immune to mana burn, mana drain, and mana steal is actually pretty useful because it pretty much means the mana you gain, you keep it. Pharos-Ra. Funny troop this one, because for an early player or a mid-level player who still needs plenty of souls, is one of the absolute best troops in the game. Especially if you're an early player. If you're newer to the game and you've got the diamonds to get this, just go and get Pharos-Ra, because it'll be one of the single biggest game changers you can possibly do to your game. That 150% bonus souls from battle is absolutely superb, and it does damage to an enemy boosted by the souls as well. But you need souls in the game to get your troops powered up, and this guy makes a massive, massive difference to how you can go about that, and it will just shift your game on in a much faster way than if you didn't have him. The weird thing about him is when you get to the point in the game where you don't really need souls anymore, like I got to that stage a little while ago, then he's kind of utterly useless. That damage is not great. Transform yellow to purple can be okay, but apart from that, for a player that doesn't need souls, he's not that great. But yeah, if you do need souls, he's incredible. So that's the end. And that is it. Let's take a look at the legendaries quickly. Willow destroys a row, deals damage to all enemies boosted by the brown gems destroyed. Actually, not too bad for a legendary. All beasts gain 2 attack and life on 4 or 5 gem matches. Reduce damage from skulls by 33%, and immunity to entangle is actually not a bad set of traits. Queen Titania, really good. Still gets used all the time in teams now. Deals damage to all enemies boosted by red enemies and allies. And if there are 13 or more red gems, gain an extra turn. And Fairy Fire, a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches, is really, really good. When someone's Fairy Fired, they're going to receive 50% extra incoming damage from spells, so that really can bump up the damage. Spooky Imp deals scatter damage to all enemies, then either transforms a random enemy into a wraith, or give all allies 3 magic. So good for that. And of course, as that superb boo, gain 8 magic on purple gem matches, and gains bonus purple from purple gem matches too. So in a purple looping team, you can actually boost the magic on this up really, really high, providing you don't mind a not exactly short game. You do have to obviously repeat cast that. Shagra, still really good. Creates 7 red gems, then converts all red gems to skulls. Very good indeed. If you're in a red heavy team that generates a lot of red, can do insane amount of damage, burn a random enemy when matching red gems, and deal burning skull damage, deal double skull damage versus burning enemies. So yeah, Shagra is still very, very good. But who is my mythic of the week? Well, it can't be Kalika. No, not Sparkinator. Undine, good on Blue Day Guild Wars, but little else. But Pharos-Ra, even though it's not much cop when you've got to the point of the game where you don't need souls anymore, for those early and mid-level players, which are the majority of the game, then he's absolutely superb. So go get Pharos-Ra if that applies to you. Right, that'll do for that, because I've got to crack on with these journey things and all the other stuff that's going on today. Plenty going on. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.